Hey everyone, welcome back. We have learned enough basics from these tutorials. Let's combine everything together and we'll create a small project. So the project is a budget calculator which calculates your expenses. So I have created a sample project which is a budget calculator, and I have added an app bar and as well as a text widget as a body. So I have downloaded few images just for icon images and as well as some default images. Here you can see these are two images. Let the first step towards creating of this project, let me add one folder and name it as assets. So in this assets, just drag and drop these two images. So these images I downloaded from the Google. Even you can keep any of your images. So these are just icons I have created it. The first step towards creating of this budget calculator is just I'm just setting my app bar. Before that, so I have added my images here. I need to go to my PubSpec YAML to set up the images. As we have seen this image setting up in our previous tutorials, and the same thing we are doing over here. Let's go here and add assets. It's fine. Come back to your main dot. The first thing is we need to add one title already there, so we need to add a title, and as well as we are adding one image on the app bar. So how can we add it? The name of the app bar is a budget calculator. And next one, so I don't want to place it in the center. Instead I just want to move it to the left side. So that's the reason I am just adding it as a layer, and I'm just giving a small leading space. And I'll give you background color stone. So I want to add one small image on the app bar. So we have seen how we can add an image over here. Let me add an image here. So when you want to add an image, I just want to add a leading space. So leading is the one which gives a space on the left side. So I'm just giving padding, and this padding will be some 8 pixel padding I'm just giving here. In the child, I'm just adding one small image which I downloaded into my assets folder. The name of the image is assets slash it's money icon .png. So when I add it, we are done with this app bar. So we added one image on the app bar, and we have added a text as a budget calculator. Next we'll go to the body property. So in this body property, so instead of this center, I'll add one container widget here, because I want to add multiples. So I am taking as a container. Inside container, I'll take it as a children. I'll take the child property again. I'll take it as a column. I want to add multiple widgets, multiple text widgets here, so I'm taking as a column here. So inside column, so we have seen we have a child list. So first I want to add one image here. So I want to add an image here. So we can add an image. I just want to add an asset image, so which is a bank.png. Image is bank.png. You can see it is always that. So we'll set up the padding, no worries. So I'm just taking as 128 width, and as well as height is also 128. So I'm taking as height and as well as width as 128. And the first thing, and after this image property, I want to add one text field property. So in this text field, so decoration, which is an input decoration. So inside input decoration, I want to add a label text, which is total income. Next, label style, which is a text style. So I added as a text style here, and so I don't need any alphabetical keyboard here. So instead of alphabet, I'm just displaying as a keyboard as a number keyboard. So I'll write text input type dot number. So this will display a number keyboard here. Again, I just need 4 properties, like 4 widgets here. So I'll just copy paste this one. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So totally 4. So I need to change my text. The first one is a total income. Next is rental expenses. I'll change my text as rental expenses. And third one is shopping expenses. And finally the fourth one is other expenses. So I'm done with the 4. So I'm done with 4 text fields. So let's, along with this, I want to add one floating button also over here. So let's create the floating button here. I want to create a floating button. So just go here and let me create a floating button here. Floating action button. So inside floating action button, I want to display a money, which is I want to calculate money, right? So I'll just add an icon as a money. So icon, again inside icons dot attach money. So attach money is the icon, you can see it. So I write on pressed property. As right of now I'm not doing anything here. Later we will see it. The next thing, I'll provide the same color as an app bar color. The color is purple accent. So we are done with setting up a image, app bar, floating button, and as well as 4 text fields. So if you see, the text fields are there is no padding for this text fields. Let's add a padding for this text fields to make our UI look pretty much good. So let me add a padding over here. So to add a padding here, just go to a container. So we have seen a shortcut, right? On the left side yellow button, you can see this yellow button. Open this and click on the wrap with padding. So here, so right now you can see there's a padding happened here. So just add 16. I am just adding 16 pixel, or I can add somewhat more, which is 32 pixel. So now this, I feel like it is good. It is somewhat looking good. That is in. Along with it, now what I'm thinking is, when I add all the text fields, I can enter an amount, and I click on the floating button. It will give the total amount, and that will display over here. We're done with setting up the basic UI. Next we will see how we can work with this using some logical. So we will apply some logic here to perform all the calculations for this. So we'll see it. Let me add. So my intention is the user will enter all the expenses here, that whatever the total income he is getting, along with what and all he has spent his expenses. And finally, once he are done with entering everything and he tap on this floating button, the total saving amount, the balance amount means when he press on this floating button, he should get the balance amount, like how much amount he has earned and as well as how much amount he has spent for the expenses. So here we want to display one balance here. So for that, after this text field, I want to create one balance label here. I want to show the balance here. So to create that, we have to create after this text field. So let me create one text here, so I can write a text directly here. Here I can write balance, which is some 30,000. So if you can see, the balance text was appeared here, but it almost shared its boundaries with the previous text fields. To avoid this, we have something called sized box. The sized box will provide some height here, so that we can see some text, we can see some padding will appear before this text. So I can take it as 30. So you can see it was went 30 pixel downwards. So this sized box will give you a size, like it will give some empty space like this. You can, as of now, you can think like it has given some empty space like that. So right now every value whatever we have shown, everything is a static value. Right now we are not dynamically changing anything over here.